guys, welcome back. Today we're looking at an average guy using Tinder for a week.
I'm going to try using Tinder as an average guy for 7 days. I'll be going over the whole process from account creation, to results, to analytics. With many young men...
Does he actually think he's average? Am I tripping, guys? Is he average? I don't think he's average at all. I would rate him around a 4.25 on my scale, bottom 25%.
Giving up on dating, complaining about apps, and facing a loneliness epidemic, I wanted to conduct this experiment to show the reality of online dating for men. I'm 25 years old, 173 cm tall, have a lean physique, am self-employed, and live in Singapore with a population of about 6 million people. I used the free version of the app with zero in-app purchases and ran the experiment for 1 week. On day 1, I spent about 5 minutes filling out my profile like my birthday, gender, and preferences. I also set my lifestyle habits, personality, and interests. For pictures,
Personality. Dude, they've already had chatfishes where they have a good-looking guy, they put in the profile that they are a child rapist, that their file, a PDF file, and then they get thousands of likes. Your personality doesn't matter on this at all. You could even say bad things about yourself if you're good-looking.
There are a couple of disadvantages worth noting. The first is that I don't have the best pictures because I haven't had a professional photo shoot before.
They actually don't look bad, really.
The second is that I don't have a full head of hair, which is a negative point because it's typically linked with military service. The first day, I got a total of 12 likes. This is due to the noob boost that new profiles have, which I'll talk more about later. Then,
that's not bad,
it drastically plummeted over the next few days, and I'm barely getting any likes. Another setback that dating apps have like Tinder is that they do not show you the number of impressions that your profile gets. For example, when you upload a video to YouTube...
Dude, if you could see how many impressions you got, I think that would have a kill count. I think that would kill some men. Dude, imagine you check, you got viewed by 10,000 women and got 1 like. I wouldn't even want to see mine. I think that would actually kill like a lot of men. I think that would cause them to go rope, literally.
You can see the number of impressions it gets on YouTube Studio. The high click-through rate indicates
so bad
that your video is clickable. However, dating apps strategically hide this statistic, so you'll never know your impression to swipe ratio. For the rest of the week, I tried my best to hit the swipe limit. However, even after swiping for 7 days, I still wasn't able to review all of my likes. Overall, I spend about 10 minutes a day swiping on the app. This might not seem like a lot, but if I were to spend a year doing this, I would have wasted 3,650 minutes of my time, excluding conversation.
Wasted? I mean, dude, I think compared to what most people do on their phone, trying to find a mate, which is one of the most important things in life, that's a good use of your time. Bro, I know if I checked this guy's screen time, he'd have like 2 hours on Reels. Like, come on, bro. What else are you doing?
It's now time for the results. After using Tinder for a week, I swiped a total of 447 times. Out of those 447 swipes, I swiped right about 252 times and got 8 matches. I managed to get a total of 14 likes on the app, 7 of which are still hidden. Despite swiping for over 447
What we need to think about is how many of those matches were bots, okay? Because there's a lot of bots on Tinder.
times, I was still unable to review those likes. These results may seem depressing, but if you take a look at the average match rate for men, I'm almost on par with it. According to Tinder Insights, men have an average match rate of 2.5%, while women have an average match rate of 33%. This means that women are 13 times more likely to find a match on Tinder as compared to men. I live in Singapore, and the vast majority of Tinder users are either foreigners or permanent residents. The app has seriously gone downhill after COVID, and I remember that it wasn't like this back in 2018 to 2019. It's time to come clean and talk a bit about what I've learned. I've actually used Tinder in the past, averaged a match a week for about 2 years, and had a number of conversations off
a match a week.
the app. However, these conversations were a waste of time because no relationships came out of them. It felt almost impossible to make it out of the talking stage.
Bro, I'm gonna be straight with this guy. You're not average looking though, dude. Like, I've seen actual average profiles run. Like, true average, like literally the 5'10" average guy. Just average in everything. And dude, he's not getting a match a week. Yeah, I think you're not average, bro. You're ordinary, but you're below average for sure, man. I'm gonna be straight. You have some looks masking you can do. Okay, minoxidil, dermastamp the eyebrows, tint them black, get a better haircut, lose the glasses, get contacts. Like, there's some soft maxing you could do, bro.
Because of inconsistent messages, posters, and flickers. That was from 2018 to 2019, but for some reason, it feels much worse today. When it comes to online dating...
Oh, he was getting only a match a week in 2018, bro. It was way easier then. Oh yeah, you're sorry. Statistically, you can't be an average guy.
Men and women suffer setbacks. Generally, men have too little options while women have too many options. Part of
Yeah.
this is because men significantly outnumber women on dating apps with a 2-to-1 gender ratio. Another part is the huge difference in pickiness. According to an interview with Tinder CEO, men swipe right about 46% of the time, while women only do so 14% of the time. However, this interview
This is kind of interesting. Okay, top 14% of profiles get swiped on essentially. And that's exactly what a 6 out of 10 is on my scale, which is kind of what I think is the start of moderately attractive. Like, actually having some attractiveness. So that's pretty interesting. If you're a 6 on my scale, you probably will get a fair bit of likes, yeah, or above, obviously.
was conducted 10 years ago.
Well, this was 10 years ago. Okay.
According to new data by Tinder Insights, women only swipe right 7% of the time in 2025.
So that would be a face like Timothée Chalamet. And Timothée Chalamet is a celebrity, don't have the celebrity halo effect. Just look at his face. It's not that good. It's good, but it's not that good, really. It's a still very ordinary but attractive face. Timothée Chalamet, he's like the top 8%. So, or someone slightly below Neymar, but better than Tom Holland in that range. That's like top 7% on my
As a
scale.
woman, having an abundance of choices can lead to inundation, poor, or regrettable decisions. On the other hand, as a man, if you don't look like a model or you don't have Instagrammable photos, you are practically invisible on these apps. That being said, even if you are a Chad, you would still underperform the average woman in terms of likes and matches, which I'll talk about in a moment.
Oh, the life
In
is so
addition,
funny.
using dating apps takes a huge toll on your mental health. There are definitely success stories, and meaningful relationships can be formed through
I've met plenty of girls off them. I'm not even really that good looking at all. I'm just tall. I don't know. I think if you can look max to like above average and maybe you're tall with maybe you have a great physique, take some good pictures. A lot of guys are literally fat. The bar isn't actually that high at the same time. If you look like this guy and you're 5'8", then yeah, it definitely would hurt your mental health though.
them. However, for the average guy with mediocre photos and looks, it's better to stay off the apps because the negatives outweighs the positives.
Fair enough.
The amount of time taken to swipe and converse only to get nowhere is better used doing something productive, like hitting the gym or starting a side hustle. As I
It's coping though.
mentioned earlier,
Getting a side hustle going to the gym won't make this guy attractive to women though. If you got a side hustle to then save up for surgery, fair enough, yes. But
dating apps like Tinder do not show you the number of impressions your profile gets, so you'll never know how many people view your profile and the percentage who swipe right on it. After all, conventional dating apps are designed to encourage male users to spend money on them by limiting visibility, likes,
yeah,
and
it's a
matches.
business.
Tinder's Noob Boost proves this point because you'll find the most success on the app in the first 24 hours. After a week, your profile's visibility will fall off a cliff. The Noob Boost is a feature that gives you a dopamine rush and sets an expectation.
Data by Wheat Waffles? Oh, this guy's like, he's pilled. Okay, I thought this was like a random video. Okay. An example of a Chad profile. Well, I'm no Chad and I literally get this. I get like 5 to 6. Is this matches? Oh, okay, maybe not. I get like 5 to 6 likes a day though. I don't know what that would be.
That the app works. After the initial boost, Tinder will drastically reduce your profile's visibility. And it's not just you. This happens to almost every single male profile, including high-quality ones. This is proven by the YouTuber Wheat Waffles, who conducted an experiment using expertly enhanced professional photos of himself. The initial spike in the number of matches is caused by the Noob Boost, which benefits new profiles. After 48 hours, his number of daily matches went from 43 to an average about 5. The psychological trick is that you are shown how good the app could be thanks to the boost, and now you're tempted to pay to get back to that level. Theoretically, you could game the system by occasionally deleting and recreating your profile, but that could put your account at risk of getting banned. If you have disposable income and you're looking for experience, sites like Seeking Arrangement or rent a date services are honestly better alternatives. Otherwise, you'll probably find more success with cold approaches. According to a study done by OkCupid,
What this guy doesn't understand is that even with cold approach, when you're below average like him, I do really think he's below average. I mean, tell me if you guys think I'm tripping. I mean, I've been rating faces for a while. There's no way I'm putting him at even a 4.75. He's closer to a 4 than a 5. There's just no way around it. Even if you cold approach women, they're going to look at your face, look at your height. They won't be attracted to you. So that's a way bigger waste of time, bro. If you get put in a pack on dating apps, like you just can't do anything, that's a sign, bro. You're probably not going to fit hypergamy. You're not going to really be anyone's choice. And I'm sorry, that hurts. The only thing you can do is really improve, dude. Like if this dude went in cold approach, I don't think he would get, maybe he could get a fat girl or something. I don't know.
Women find 80% of men on the app unattractive, and a mere 5% considered most attractive. On the other hand, men rate women across a wider spectrum with a fairly even distribution of ratings. There is an argument that the data is skewed because men swipe right at almost everyone and then look at the results after. However, this is false because earlier in this video, I shared a couple of statistics.
I want to point out something funny, guys. So 40% of women are obese. If we add up these percentages, it's over 60% nearly. It's essentially there, which means there are likely many men rating obese women as a average or above.
Indicating that men swipe right only 40% of the time on average. Social media platforms like TikTok take the disparity in how women perceive male attractiveness to the next level. One user mentioned that there are maybe 5 attractive men in the entire world and got over 20,000 likes. Another user mentioned that she only finds 1 man attractive out of 3 million. Looking at all of the data,
Alright, well,
if I were
that's, a little bit of an exaggeration there, isn't it, though?
to give my younger self one piece of advice, it would be to stay away from dating apps. In fact, the best decision that I've ever made in my life was deleting these apps and focusing on myself. Over the last 5 years, from 2020 to 2025, I've been prioritizing on 2 main things: improving my fitness and my financials. I went from being a scrawny teen to a toned and healthier version of myself. I've also started my own media property, investing, affiliate marketing, and a couple of YouTube channels.
Dude, you just started coping, though. I'm sorry, because all of these things are just meaningless, man. Like, you're still not appealing to women after you went to the gym. Maybe if you cover your face, it kind of looks nice, even though your forearm seems and your wrist seem really small relative to your bicep. But whatever. Okay, listen, I don't have a good physique myself. I won't critique it. The thing is, when people look at the physique, they may like it a little bit, but they look at the face and you're done. You're not an option anymore. I hate to say it, you're not an option anymore. And really, your face almost looked better before you went to the gym. Almost. Your SMV went up maybe 0.1 points. You went from not attractive to not attractive at the end of the day. You started your businesses. That's good for maybe quality of life, even though having a business is quite stressful. Maybe you need to make money somehow. You're focusing on yourself. But what we all want as men, most of what we do is to attract a wife that we actually want. We want an attractive wife with a great personality. We want to have a family. If you think you don't want a family, well, every human in every animal does want a family. That's why you want to have sex naturally, is because your genes are telling you to have kids. We all do want a family deep down. Imagine being a 50-year-old with no wife and kids coming home to your apartment after your slave job. What's the point of your life at that point? It's meaningless. It's so important. Focus on yourself. What are you going to be, alone in your 40s with some money and a physique and your face still doesn't look good? What's that going to achieve for you, man? It's all meaningless. It's going to do nothing for you, bro. That's my perspective. Maybe other people are fulfilled. I just imagine, listen, I make decent money. I have a business, obviously. I'm not rich by any means whatsoever. I'm not like Oscar Patel or something. I have tens of thousands of dollars, but not a lot, like 30K really. That's all I have. I'd throw that all away instantly if it would secure me a wife who I found very attractive and that loved me and that we could have kids. I'd throw everything away. Everything away. My family's pretty middle class. I'd say, fuck it. Throw all the house away. Throw me out on the street with her. I'd rather be homeless with her. That's all I want. Fuck all this stuff. But you said focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. That should have been getting surgery then. Or improving your looks. Going to the gym, it did nothing for you. You're going to just stay an inkwell. An inkwell with some money. It's meaningless. Oh, you have a 1.6 million views on a social media site. Doesn't fucking matter. What does it matter? Maybe make some friends. I think friends are a better cope. Actually, like spending time with real people in real life. That's more fulfilling. You guys know that feeling probably. You come home from a night with friends. Maybe I haven't had that in a while, really. It's kind of sad. Maybe when you're younger, you feel so good after you spend, 6 hours having fun with people. You come home, even if it's completely platonic, you feel good about yourself. You feel like you didn't just waste your life away. It was a fun experience. It was fulfilling. You go to bed feeling good about yourself. I had a good day. I did something worthwhile. And that feeling is times 10 when you have mutual love with a woman. It's times 10. You feel so fulfilled. You know you're doing exactly what you want. You're fulfilling your actual purpose. Yeah, that's all I have to say. This is nothing. This guy, he definitely needs to look smacks. But I think it was a pretty good video. I think he highlighted a lot of the basic flaws with online dating and how it is so brutal for a below average man. You're not average though, in my opinion. And I wish you luck, my man. Thank you everyone for watching. Peace.